A candid admission by a former ISI chief has left the Pakistani establishment with egg on its face. A few days back, former ISI chief Mohammad Asad Durrani said that Pakistan should have returned Kulbhushan Jadhav to India at the right price. That statement sparked a massive row in Pakistan. Remember, Jadhav's case is still sub judice. The matter is pending before the International Court of Justice. A former ISI chief saying this weakens Pakistan's case significantly, not to mention puts the government on the mat in election season. The Pakistan Foreign Office was forced to issue a denial. The spokesperson said that Pakistan will not hand over Kulbhushan Jadhav under any circumstances. While the government of Pakistan was firefighting on this front, another blow came from former President and Army Chief Pervez Musharraf. In an exclusive interview to WION, Musharraf unwittingly gave away Pakistan's case. He compared Kulbhushan Jadhav to 26/11 Mumbai attacker Ajmal Kasab. I agree it's a bit much considering that one man is a businessman, unfairly abducted by the government of Pakistan, given no trial, not even basic consular access, declared guilty in a kangaroo court and sentenced to death. The second man General Musharraf is talking about was caught on tape carrying out the worst terror attack in India. He was kept in a high-security prison for months, given a proper trial complete with legal defense and then punished. There is no comparison between Ajmal Kasab and Kulbhushan Jadhav, but General Musharraf insists on doing that. He also ended up saying, though, that such confessions can be forced, just like Jadhav's was. Essentially, he is admitting that the Pakistani agencies forced the Indian to confess under duress. Listen in to a part of that interview. I want to start, sir, with what's been making headlines in your country, in Pakistan. Nawaz Sharif's stunning admission. He said that 26/11 was orchestrated and carried out by non-state actors in Pakistan, and the establishment has been dragging its feet on the case. Is it time that the government and the army of Pakistan dropped this farce and admitted that this attack, the worst attack on Indian soil, was carried out from Pakistan?
Well, I think this is absolutely wrong. We shouldn't take whatever Nawaz Sharif is saying on its merit at all. I don't think that is the fact.
What is the fact then, sir? Was Ajmal Kasab not a Pakistani? Were his handlers not Pakistani?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, and I don't know. I mean, what is Ajmal Kasab? He's an ordinary man. You give him 2 slaps and he'll tell you everything.
He's dead. He came from Faridkot in Pakistan, and that has been established.
You can make him do anything. You can make him say anything.
He's dead, sir.
These things happen. Well, he is. I mean, are you for a moment agreeing with what Kulbhushan Jadhav is, who we've got, that he's your agent, that he's been doing sabotage in Pakistan? You're not saying that. You're not admitting, isn't it?
I think you're mixing up 2 cases. I'm talking about the 26/11 case, sir, and there's been a pile of proof handed over to Pakistan. Now, a former Prime Minister, 3-time Prime Minister of Pakistan, is saying that Pakistani agents were involved. You cannot take his word lightly, only because you're saying you do not think that Pakistan was involved.
Yes, no, it was not involved as a government. But if somebody on his own, some organization or some group carried out something, it's not the responsibility of Pakistan government. You throw the blame on Pakistan government and the Pakistan army. And the person you are quoting is also trying to, at this moment, malign the army and the establishment.
So you are at one level admitting that there might be players beyond the control of the Pakistan army and the government who may have had a role to play in the Mumbai attack. Having said that, let me ask you then, is it not the duty and responsibility of an elected government, a responsible country, to bring such people to book? Not a single person has been put behind bars pending trial in this case.
Well, listen, now you have got involved in an issue which RAW does equally, if not more, in Pakistan. And you just want to talk about and malign Pakistan, that we are the only culprits and you are angels, you don't do anything. So please understand that this is happening, and please also understand that since 1990, when you cracked down in Kashmir, there have been volunteer groups here, people wanting to go into Kashmir to defend their brethren and give their lives for that. This has been the situation in Pakistan.
I don't know why
no government made that.
Sir,
they came up, they sprung up themselves. They are prepared to go to Kashmir.
I am giving you a specific case of the worst terror attack on Indian soil
What do you mean generality?
perpetrated
No,
by people in Pakistan.
No, well, okay. And when I quoted Yadav, you suddenly said, no, we are not talking of that. Why are you not talking of it?
I will talk about
I want
Yadav.
to talk of him.
Okay.
Because he is specific. Sorry?
I will talk about Jadhav.
Oh,
let me tell you.
You should talk about both. On that side, we don't know. We don't know who did.
No. I'll tell you. A former ISI chief has said that Pakistan should have returned Kulbhushan Jadhav at the right price. What does that mean, sir? Another very senior person making a statement, very embarrassing for Pakistan. Does Pakistan abduct foreigners for ransom?
Well, I don't know who this person is, what he's saying. At this moment, there is certainly some turmoil going on within Pakistan, and there is a total difference of views on many issues. So I don't know this man which party, which group he belongs, and why he said anything of that sort.
He's a former ISI chief. Do you at least agree that Kulbhushan Jadhav, since you want to talk about him, should have been given consular access by Pakistan? That's plain violation of international convention.
Well, no comments. I don't know the exact diplomatic protocol on this. Could have been given, yes. But later on, I think the relatives were allowed to meet him.
Rising oil prices continue to sting the people of India. The numbers are depressing. 1 barrel of oil has 159 litres. 1 barrel of oil now costs $80 in the international market. Now, if you did the math, you could say that Indian oil companies buy 1 litre of oil for roughly 30 rupees. But you buy the same litre for more than double the price, almost 80 rupees. It's among the highest in the world. Prices of petrol and diesel were revised yet again today, the 12th straight hike in as many days by oil companies. In a word of assurance, India's oil minister, Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, has said that the government is working on a solution. He hasn't spelled out the details, though. The hike in India's oil prices is driven by a rally in global oil prices. In the past week, the price of a barrel of Brent crude crossed $80. As I said, a fall was recorded earlier after reports emerged that the OPEC could hike production. While the government of India has been slammed for charging a high tax on petrol and diesel, the rally in global oil prices has had an impact. It's tied the hand of some of these companies. Rapid changes in international relations have also sparked global concerns over potential disruption in oil supplies. Let me explain. Recent events in geopolitics have had a direct impact on oil prices in India. The Trump administration's decision to exit from the Iran deal hit the oil market like a ton of bricks. Iran produces 4% of global oil supplies, and for India, Iran is its third largest oil supplier. If tough sanctions by the United States cut off Iran from the global oil market, other producers will need to step in to avoid any disruption, and that is the fear. These fears have led to a spike in prices. A cut in oil production by Saudi Arabia and Russia has also left a mark on the market. Why are they doing it? The curbs in production were imposed nearly 17 months ago. They were aimed at raising the demand and bringing it in line with the supply of oil. As all economists will tell you, when the demand for oil spikes, then it has a direct impact on the price, and in almost all cases, prices go up for all commodities, barring some. The price hike is good news for Saudi Arabia. Its national oil company, Saudi Aramco, is due to launch an IPO. So far, Aramco was being funded by the Saudi state and the royal family. The Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is the mind behind the Aramco IPO. The net worth of this oil giant could be up to $2 trillion. Now, if there's a shortage of oil in the market, Saudi Arabia, that has grown closer to the White House after Donald Trump took office, could be the ultimate beneficiary. The political and economic situation in Venezuela also affects oil prices. The output of oil from Venezuela has fallen dramatically. Crude production is in free fall, which only adds to the growing demand of oil around the world. So they're essentially cutting production to ensure the prices go up and Aramco benefits. And this is a strategic ploy, some say, by Saudi Arabia. Talking of the UK, people around the world were taken aback when Britain decided to leave the European Union. As the May government pushes ahead with the negotiations on Brexit, Britishers are rushing to become German citizens. Here's why.
The clock is ticking for Britain to make its way out of the European Union, and Britons are racing against time to ensure they are prepared, even resorting to changing their citizenship. Priority is to ensure that their jobs are safeguarded. The fear is that their careers could take a hit without EU passports. Germany is Europe's biggest economy. Enjoying an unusually long period of growth and record low unemployment, Britons do not want to miss out once the United Kingdom is no longer a part of the European Union. As a result, the number of British passport holders who became German citizens jumped by a staggering 162% last year. Data revealed by Germany's Federal Statistics Office reveals nearly 7,500 Britons acquired German citizenship in 2017, becoming the second biggest group to be granted German citizenship last year. In 2016, the number was a little less than 3,000, a leap of 361% from 2015, when only 622 Britons made the move. Unlike other non-EU citizens, Britons who became German citizens while Britain is still in the EU are able to retain their British citizenship and therefore have dual nationality. But it's not all that simple. Britons usually need to have lived in Germany for 8 years to qualify, and applications take more than 6 months to process. With more and more Britons eyeing German citizenship as Brexit nears, experts predict the number of applications this year could be even higher. Bureau Report, WION.
Dressed in modern suits, Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein stood out in West Asia. His net worth was more than $2 billion. That was in 2006. His taste for high living was well known. Expensive tailor-made suits to swanky yachts. Saddam Hussein wanted it all. But what happened to all his wealth after his execution? Our next report tells you about one of his prized possessions and what became of it.
A king-size bed, silk curtains, and a gold-rimmed bathroom next door. This is what one of the many rooms inside the Basra Breeze looks like. This 270-foot-long super yacht once belonged to Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein, but he could never board it. The opulence of this yacht is a dream only billionaires can live. But now it will be open to travelling sailors on the port of Basra in Iraq. This piece of beauty will be anchored on the Iraqi port and can be used by sea pilots who guide ships in and out of the port. The swanky yacht is fully equipped with a presidential suite, private quarters, dining rooms, multiple bedrooms, 17 small guest rooms, 18 cabins for crew, and a clinic. Iraq got this yacht back in 2010 after a long legal battle. Built by a Danish shipyard while Iraq was still at war with Iran, the yacht was passed on to Saudi Arabia by Iraq, which at that time was Saddam's ally. This to protect it from airstrikes on Basra. But they soon fell out when Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait. His prized possession was then shipped off to Jordan. Several years later, the Basra Breeze was tracked down to a French resort in Nice, from where it finally made its way home. Since then, the Iraqi government has been struggling to sell the fallen dictator's super yacht. And close to a decade later, they have finally found a use for it. Bureau Report, WION.